What is up, DramaAlert Nation? I'm your host, Killer Keemstar. Let's get right into the news. We are here with Rossboomsocks. He uploaded a video about a week ago that ended up on the front page of Reddit. Basically, he's having problems with Machinima. A lot of other YouTubers jumped in expressing their complaints with Machinima. We have him on the line right now. Give us the cliff notes. What is this thing going on between you and Machinima?
So I signed with Machinima back in 2013, and it was a network that I really respected a lot, watched a lot of Call of Duty videos back in the day. Back then, protection from copyright strikes was a big thing about networks, so I signed this contract for 3 years. I figured at the time that the promotion, they were offering all these really great things that they could offer me, like sponsorships, work with bigger YouTubers. In 3 years' time, it would mean I'm big enough that they want to treat me well. I spoke to other Machinima members. They assured me that the revenue could be changed down the line, so I signed for 60/40. In April 2014...
Wait. When you sign for 60/40, that means you keep 60% of your money and you give 40% of your money to Machinima,
yes.
Correct? Okay.
Yeah. So back then, I was naive. I was a small channel, less than 100 subscribers. When in April 2014, I had maybe 30 to 50,000 subscribers. I asked these guys for an increase in revenue. It took me weeks and weeks and dozens of emails. And in the end, I had to tell these guys that I was going to unmonetize my entire fucking channel and that neither of them would make a single penny for them to even respond to me with a human being.
So you were willing to starve to make a point. This is like a hunger strike. Like, you weren't going to make any money and they weren't going to make any money.
I was completely fine with giving up on the full-time YouTube dream just so that these guys would not get a single penny from me. And they eventually were willing to talk after I threatened to nuke my entire channel. So I'm on Skype with this guy and I'm talking about the contract. I ask him about what the terms mean and he tells me everything is fine. He tells me anything that I want to hear. Nothing is changing apart from the revenue. Now this was in April 2014 and I only learned 2 or 3 months ago that he slipped an extra 7 months under my nose. That my contract was ending in 2017 instead of 2016 because I was naive enough to think that this asshole wasn't going to lie in my fucking face.
So you're talking to the guy, everything seems good, and again, what you were at 60/40, he goes, you know what, we'll give you an extra 10%. We'll bring you up to 70/30, right?
It was 80/20.
Oh, 80/20.
They eventually settled on 80/20.
80/20. So you're like, finally, I'm getting somewhere, right? But what they didn't tell you is they added an extended period onto your contract.
Yeah, there's a term called initial term. Now this said initial term for 3 years. I asked the guy, so this is just the 3 years from when I signed in 2013. The guy says, yep, completely fine. You're going to be released at the exact time that you were when you originally signed up, which I thought was great. Except as it turns out, this guy was just telling me anything that I wanted to hear to get my signature on paper.
Machinima, how could you? How could you? All right, what happens next?
So after finding out about what happened, that I got an extra fucking 7 months of a prison sentence slipped under my nose, I get forwarded to a manager because I start kicking up a shitstorm with some of the people that I have on Skype, on emails. I'm sending constant fucking emails to these people trying to get a human being to realize that I got fucked. Like, now this guy doesn't work at Machinima anymore. He left his job in January of 2015, so he's not even there to answer for the fuck up that he made back in April 2014. And I talked to this guy for about 2 weeks. I find out he was called Brody Tyler in his emails. It turns out he was using a fake name the entire time, and he has absolutely no intention.
How could you? Now, okay, how long were you going without getting a response? Like you initially had some concerns, so you start emailing, right? How long were these spans before you actually got a respond?
Now this manager that I got forwarded to after I started kicking up a shitstorm, he emailed me and within 15 minutes I had replied with my entire story. It took him over a week to respond, and that was 3 follow-up emails that I sent to try and get a response from him.
Jeez, okay, so now that you've been tricked into staying with Machinima until 2017, right? What happens next?
Well, I made that video, sorry, and this when I made the video to apologize to my subscribers because, you know, it's very time consuming. I'm sure you understand it. You know,
oh yeah.
All of this shit takes up so much time, and editing videos takes forever. And I made this video to apologize to my subscribers and explain to them the situation that I was in to hope they would understand. And this went viral. It went on Reddit. I had members of FaZe contacting me, showing support. Bro Team Pill, FPS Russia, PewDiePie himself commented.
I got the comment right here. PewDiePie says this: I was screwed over by Machinima, like many others 4 years ago, but I managed to get out luckily. It's mind-blowing to me how they can still pull shit like this and get away with it. Unless Google steps in and puts tighter leashes on networks, YouTubers are going to be the ones who pay for their greediness. Hope your shit gets sorted, dude. I mean, that's insane. That's coming from the biggest YouTuber on the planet.
Exactly, and I'm sure he's dealt with it as well. Basically, the way it works is they get you on a Skype call and they can tell you anything you want to hear, but because there's no hard copy evidence of what they've said, there is absolutely no proof you can give unless you record the actual conversation, which I unfortunately didn't, that you got fucked. As far as they're concerned, you were just an idiot and wanted to sign away your life.
So Ross, okay, you make this video, it's going viral. Big YouTubers are talking about it. Everybody's talking about it, okay? What does Machinima do in response to this? I mean, they have to do something at this point, right? I mean, this is a public sore for them.
Well, I was expecting a response from Machinima quite rapidly. I made it quite clear. There was thousands and thousands of people showing support, commenting on the video, contacting Machinima via tweets, via emails. 3 days later, after this is all gone over, like over almost 250,000 views on that video later, Machinima contact me and they say, yeah, we'll help you out. We'll give you an extra 10% and we'll make you a managed partner if you take the videos down and you sign a contract saying that you will never say a bad word against us ever again.
Wait, so they offered to give you another 10% of your money. All right, just so you never say anything bad about them again. So,
basically.
So what was your response to this?
I immediately screenshotted the email and posted it on Twitter because I thought it was absolutely fucking outrageous that these absolute fucking idiots thought that I could be bought off for an extra 10% that I would like
of your
sell
own
my
money,
soul.
An extra 10% of your own money.
My own money.
Listen, Machinima, okay, DramaAlert is like a soap opera for YouTubers. Like, so many YouTubers watch DramaAlert, all right? This is bad. Why the hell would you offer this guy 10% of his own money to have him not say anything bad about you? Do you know how stupid that is? Look, now he's on DramaAlert. Why don't you just let this dude go? Because that's the only way people are going to stop talking about it. I waited a week. I waited a week to see if they'd let you go, see what would happen. Nothing. So now we're on here. Now all these YouTubers are going to know, don't sign with Machinima. I mean, this is bad. The thing is Machinima used to be the golden network. I mean, it gave so many of us a launch. You know, they used to pay everybody really fair. I don't know what's happened over the last 4 years. Like, it's gotten so incredibly bad. Is there any way that you can get out of this Machinima contract? Any way at all?
I'm working on it, man. I've been speaking to attorneys, trying to figure out ways out of it. But these guys, they don't give a shit. Do you know that they used to make people sign contracts that would keep their channel within the network for life?
No.
They just keep, like, it was called perpetuity contracts, which meant that for the entire existence of their channel, that they would be stuck in that contract for life. And they still do sometimes 7-year contracts, 10-year contracts with people. I think it's is it Super Best Friends or Two Best Friends Play? They're stuck in Machinima till 2025. Okay. And they can't get out.
Look, guys, if you're an inspiring YouTuber, if you're getting in the YouTube game, don't sign a contract longer than a year. Just don't. Like, you never know how things are going to turn out, right? Don't sign a contract longer than a year. You know, I just think this is insane. I think this is insane. And to echo kind of what PewDiePie was saying, I'm not sure how they can still operate, right? Like, doing stuff like this, I would feel, would ruin their network. Like, no one would sign with them ever. But I don't know. I got a joke for you, though.
No.
Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Machinima.
Machinima who?
You have to ask like 15 times in order for me to respond.
Wait, Machinima who?
Ladies and gentlemen, you've heard it here from Ross. Bad news, Machinima. Oh, also, before we go, Machinima sent this letter out to their creators today, explaining that they're now going to charge every person like $1 up to $10 for them receiving their money. Like they're the bank fees that Machinima's charged for sending out payments, they're now putting that on their partners. I mean, did you see this thing today?
I did.
What are your thoughts?
In
order to get your own hard-earned money that you made, we're gonna charge you a fucking $1 up to $10.
You now have to pay to get your own money. A portion of your own money. You have to pay for it. Fuck. They also, was it not a charge to use their shitty version of analytics as well on their dashboard, which is great. $7.50 for that.
I mean, this is just absolutely insane. All right, guys, thanks for coming on. Guys, if you love DramaAlert, make sure you put a like on it. Dude, this is just absolutely insane. DramaAlert Nation, now over 692,000 subscribers.